everybody, welcome back to this segment of A Writer's World. It's your girl Whitney, and today we are back at it again with another Moving Up Mondays. If you guys are interested in the tips that I have for the rest of the week, then keep on watching. So today on our Moving Up Mondays, we are going to start off with this very crucial tip that will kind of kickstart the rest of the tips for this week, right? So on our first tip, I am going to challenge you guys to think about solutions and not problems. Every day, now and then, we tend to think of the conclusions. We tend to think of the worst scenarios whenever we are not comfortable with different situations, different challenges, or just being in a new environment in general. So we think the worst. Or if we're in a problem with, someone who's close to us, we try to think of the worst possible situation because we think that if we hurt ourselves now, then we are just going to be, better off than when the hurt actually comes along. But I'm here to tell you to try to not think of that way. Think of solutions rather than problems. Think of different lengths, different paths, different, roads, just different guidance and mazes and mechanisms behind what you want to do for yourself. And even if you are in a tight situation, think of a solution rather than what the problem can become to. It will definitely invoke some more positivity and give yourself a light thinking. That way you are not having the burden on your shoulders daily and day in. Does that make sense? So I want you to stop thinking about problems, stop thinking of the current problems that's going on in your life, and start thinking of ways to solve them. Think of solutions, think positive. Think of a way to overcome this problem as opposed to sulking in it. 2, I want you guys to not hold yourself back. I tend to do this a lot when I feel like I am not, capable or worth or even deserve a certain reward, gift, challenge, etc. I say, I can't do it. Or I try to tell myself that I do not have the potential to go after certain jobs or go after certain, friendships or just certain challenges or competitions. I tell myself that I'm not going to win anyways, so what's the point of doing this? Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back. Like tip 1, think of a solution as opposed to the problem. Tell yourself that you are going to win. And even if you don't, it's okay because you challenged yourself. You did not hold yourself back. And guess what? You probably learned something new about yourself that day as well. So I say, do not hold yourself back. Next, now I don't want to get any flack for this because I know that we have our people out there who are suffering with depression and anxiety. And it's kind of like, how can you say this, right? But with this tip, I want to encourage you guys to worry less. And when I say that, I'm genuinely trying to help you consider the situation at hand, focus on a solution, focus on a way to not hold yourself back, and think positively. Don't hold on to a situation that's making you worry and worry and worry. Let it go, let it out your mind. Enjoy your time because tomorrow is never promised, and enjoy the life that you are living now. You may think that, my life is not the greatest, but you woke up this morning. You are continually moving on, right? You are watching this video, right? Like you're going through the seconds and you are alive. You are pumping. You are doing something. Some blood or something is coursing through your veins and you are alive. You're breathing. Every breath you take is a breath that you do not want to regret. And you do not want to waste that on worrying about a situation that you may not have control over. So when I say this, I mean this in the lightest way possible, to try to worry less. Try to take your mind off of the negative situations. Try to think positively. Try to think of solutions rather than the problem. And do not hold yourself back. Be spontaneous. And with this newfound spontaneity, let's ease our way into learning how to forgive and forget. I really hate how a lot of people have this thing in their mind where they're like, oh, I forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. And I really hate that because it's like, well, then how are you forgiving that person if you're not forgetting? I get it because you're like, I'm not gonna constantly, constantly, persistently get hurt, right? I'm not going to allow this person to hurt me, and that's fine, cut them out of your lives. but you also have to forgive them. In order for you to move on to the next step, in order for us to grow as human beings, to grow as young people, to grow as people in general, and to be more forgiving and loving in this world, we need to learn how to forget. We need to learn to forgive the people who've done us wrong and, never talk to them again, or just, have good energy. It's okay to never talk to somebody who did you wrong, as long as that relationship ended, not mutually, but amicably, or not even amicably. It's just as long as it ended on good light. And even if it did not end on good light, as long as it ended in good light for you, when you got your closure, when you got your serenity, when you feel like you've pulled everything that you needed to know from the situation to know whether or not you can keep this person, you can say, okay, I don't like that you did that to me. I'm not happy that our friendship has to end because you betrayed me in every which way that I would have never done to you, but I forgive you. And if they say, so are we friends again? Be like, no, I don't think that you're benefiting my life. I don't think that I can proceed with you in my future. So I'm letting you know now that I forgive you. I'm not going to hold this over your head. However, I can no longer keep a loving and trustful relationship with you. I can be cordial. However, I do not want to maintain that negativity in my life because I will go backwards as instead of forwards. You have to know which situations you want to proceed in, and which situations you want to consistently put yourself into, right? Do you want to keep negative people around you, or do you want to keep positive people around you? What do you want for yourself? And at the end of the day, you have to think selfishly. What do you want for yourself that's going to better your future, that's going to help you grow more positively and more, extravagant in the way, not extravagant as far as material things, but as far as your mentality? What is the best way for you to grow and stay stable? And you have to take that into consideration. You have to be firm in what you want. You have to understand that certain people are not going to always be there for you. And even though that they're not always going to be there, that does not mean that you cannot forgive them. This is tough, and I know it. I know it because, I'm easy to forgive. I'm easy to forgive everything, but I'm not easy to forget. And that's very hard. In some situations, I pick and choose which I'm going to forget. And some things I forget are questionable. You know what I mean? It's why would you forget that? But you didn't forget this, right? You have to learn your balance. You have to understand what you are able to handle and control and what you are willing to go through. Forgiving and not forgetting is not growth. It's just not growth. And I want everyone to grow. Let's go on this journey to grow, guys. And lastly, I really want you guys to hear me out on this, because this quote I got from our famous Lynn Toller on Divorce Court, right? I absolutely love this woman. And when she said this, I was like, damn, that's the truth. This is so powerful, and I feel like everyone needs to know this. This needs to be repeated every single where. This needs to be the next president's slogan. I'm just kidding, I'm going too far, but it's very important, and I feel like everyone needs to understand this. And I'm rambling, and I haven't told you the tip yet. With that being said, take off the purple glasses. If all you see is purple, no matter what anybody does or apologizes for, it is always going to be purple. If all you see is cheating, anything anybody does, however honest, it is always going to be cheating. If all you see is truth or trust in one person, no matter what they do, no matter how many times they betray you, you are always going to trust them. We need to stop painting people in the light that we want to see them. We need to stop putting on the purple glasses and saying, this person is A, B, C, D, whatever it is, when truly they're not. You have to take off the purple glasses, see people for who they are, and gauge that person off of who they show you they are. Their actions. What are they telling you? What are they doing? Are their actions matching their words? And don't make up any actions for them. Don't make up any excuses. Don't say, oh, he's just sensitive. Oh, blah, blah, blah. He's just, he's just misunderstood. There's a lot of people out here who's misunderstood who are still the cynical, manipulative person that they are. You don't need that in your life. We don't need that in our life. We don't need to continue to wear these purple glasses and to paint a world that is untrue, that is imaginary. We can't live in an imaginary world. We can't live with imaginary friends for the rest of our lives. We need to take off the purple glasses. We need to see everyone for their true colors. Thank you guys for joining me today on this, Moving Up Mondays. I am so glad that you joined me today. Oh boy, I know everything was hard. I know everything was kind of like, what do you mean? And I'm telling you, it's a struggle that I face every single day, and I hope I helped in any which way that I could have. Listen, subscribe if you want some more videos. Subscribe if you want to hear my annoying voice all the time. I post on the weekends. I post sporadically. You know what? Why don't you just hit that notification bell so you know when I post and you can never miss a video? And also give it a thumbs up for the certain videos that you like and that you dislike. Simple as that, right? My name is Whitney. Thank you for joining me today. I said that for the third time, but it's okay. I am really excited. All I have to do is help one person and I would just be extremely happy. So thank you all for joining me. You guys have a great day.